All right, everybody, here we go. Week 3 is in the books. Sorry for missing week 2. We are going to start right off with Lynch Mob against Dixie Yanks, 103-93. Lynch Mob picking up his first win. This was a key victory for him as like Dixie Yanks fall to 0-3. You don't want to fall to 0-3 in a league like this. Aaron Rodgers, 26 points, does get the touchdown over Tampa Bay. Russell Gage, 24 points, would have even had a bigger day had he not fumbled, but 12 receptions with the touchdown. Dixie Yanks, Mark Andrews, the best tight end in football. Christian Kirk, 19 points, 6 receptions. Excellent game. Just falls a little short, loses by 10. Tough loss right there. He'll look to bounce back next week. Our next game, JT2603 gets the victory, go to 1-2 with a 141-116 victory over Into the Pits. His new team used to be Nashville. He falls to 1-2. Both teams are 1-2. Josh Allen, 42 points, playing like he always does. Outstanding for fantasy, 400 yards. Barkley, great game, that huge touchdown run, 22 points. Tannehill and Burrow both combined for over 50 points to make the game competitive, but he just didn't have enough. Into the Bits did not have enough this week, so tough loss for him. 540 boys. The defending champ goes to 2-1 with a close game over the number 1 ranked coming into this week at least, Super Freak, who drops to 1-2, 139-133. The 540 boys, Devonta Smith, 32 points. Finally, the monster breakout game we were waiting for. Kirk Cousins, 26 points, 200 yards, and 2 touchdowns. Brady, not bad, 24 points. We'd like to see a little bit more. But Amari Cooper, man, back-to-back 100-yard games for the Browns. 25 points in the loss for Super Freak. Bishop Sycamore will look to rebound next week. Play naked in the closest game of the week, 107-104. The Wolverines drops to 0-3. Heartbreaker for him. Anytime you get right at this stage, you just want to get a win. You don't care how low the points are. Trevor Lawrence, who would have ever thought? I benched him in one league. 34 points against the Chargers. Great defense, quote-unquote great. Sutton, 17 points, 8 catches, 97 yards. Pierce, we said if Pierce was a wild card for the Wolverines, if he plays well, which he did, he might be able to get a season or a streak going. We'll look to see if he picks up his first win next week. Baskin-Dobbins, one of the best teams in our league, with a 164-79 victory over St. Louis Ramblers. These were 2 top 8 teams coming into this week. Lamar Jackson, 48 points, continues to be, in my opinion, league MVP in fantasy and real life. Jalen Hurts, 37 points, 3 touchdowns in the win for the Eagles. Marcus Mariota, 20 points, not bad. Deebo Samuel, 12 points. We want to see more for Deebo, especially for fantasy owners. Especially if St. Louis Ramblers wants to pick up a victory, he's going to need a lot more, as there's a lot of teams breaking 100. The Raiders, 1995, with a 120-106 victory over the Maryland Maniacs. He goes to 3-0. What a great start. Derrick Henry, welcome to the NFL this year, finally, with a big game, 25 points. Did have a touchdown, 5 receptions. One of the biggest shocks of the week, in my opinion. Matt Ryan, 22 points, figuring it out this week. Cooper Kupp and Kyler Murray in the game combined for over 40-plus points in the loss for the Maryland Maniacs, who drops to 2-1. By no means is he like out of contention. He's still tied for first place in his division. The A1 Plumbers, or whatever you want to call them, with a 110 victory over East of the Pond. He has 86 points. Now, East of the Pond has openly said, hey, what do I have to do to get top ranked? He does not fall this week in the top 8 just because Mac Jones is injured, but he is a very good team. 28 points for Mac Jones. Russell Wilson, big disappointment so far, 14 points. But let's get to A1. CeeDee Lamb, great game, the one-handed touchdown on Monday Night Football. Hall with 15 points, 90-plus yards, 6 receptions. Nice victory for one of the top 8 teams in the league. Finally, the last game, the USC Trojans, my team, with a narrow victory, 116 over Tennessee Tuggers, who is a top 8 team, 109. He falls to 2-1. My team goes first, tied for first with the Raiders, 1995. Patrick Mahomes in a pedestrian-type game still got me 25 points. I'll take it. James Robinson being everything I would hope, but did not know if he would be. 22 points. He's outstanding with the Jags. Jared Goff and Austin Eckler. Strong performances for the Tennessee Tuggers. He will look to rebound next week and try to get back on track to 3-1. So here it is. Here is our top 8. Baskin-Dobbins, his team is looking outstanding. He is the number 1 scoring team in the league, and any team with Lamar Jackson and Jalen Hurts has to be number 1. Number 2, the Raiders. They jump all the way up 4 slots to number 2. He is 3-0. And he just beat the number 1 team. So we got to get him up there, right? Number 3, Super Freak. I know he's dropped a couple slots, and his roster is too good, and he's plus 33 points on the season, more points scored than lost. A1 drops a few slots, down 1. He is the number 4 ranked team. His QBs still are inconsistent, but he has some really good players. Number 5 is the USC Trojans, my team, jumping in from not even being ranked 3-0. My roster is playing too good to not at least be in the top 8. Number 6, JT2603. Even though he's 1-2, he jumps up a slot just in the mere fact that he is one of the top scoring teams in the league, and he is one of the top scoring teams in his own division, and he's plus 11 points. He needs to be in there. Number 7, the Tennessee Tuggers, jumps up a spot. He is first in the Big Four, plus Duvernay and Goff are both playing better than we expected. And finally, number 8, into the pits. He drops 3 slots. I couldn't drop him out of the top 8. He is giving up the most points in the league. He's had bad luck against his opponents. His team is still good, and he will be back, so I could not drop him out. That is it. I hope you guys have a great week. Get those waiver wires going, and we'll see you. I'm going to fix the schedule, right? We need to start updating the schedule with some of our big division games. All right, talk to you guys later. Peace.